Writer. PH.
Kasi before kasi yung music ko noong 2017 is more hardcore EDM. Pero hindi siya well received kasi hindi pa ready yung market for EDM talaga. So I needed to adjust my music moving forward. Pero ngayon with the emergence of Ppop, mas nagiging well accepted na yung genre. So binabalik ko na yung original sound ko which is prevalent sa Di Para Sa'yo.
And that sound is how would you call it? Kung yung, ito sabi mo nag-EDM ka but it wasn't well received. And this is your original sound. What is it?
Ano po yan? This is still, ano pa, EDM pa rin to. Kasi diba, inano ka po, yung EDM kasi naging leaning towards more poppy sound siya. Naging pop EDM siya. Pero this one kasi with Di Para Sa'yo, it's EDM to its fullest potential for the Philippine market. Kasi parang, ayun na nga, mas accepted na yung dance music, then with the Ppop artists na very heavily influenced then by Western music and Korean music na pwede ko nang ibalik yung totoong sound ko without actually sacrificing my creativity.
Actually, Jace, hindi lang ikaw ang nag-adjust eh. Kaya I think you were ahead of your time. Then humabol yung audience mo and ngayon nag-meet na kayo.
Yes.
Diba? Sige, una-una, let's tell me, double single to, di ba? May isa pang English na lalabas or labas na din ba?
Lumabas na po today.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So tell me about the two songs in terms of message and arrangement. Alam mo, I'm zeroing in on arrangement kasi I'm hearing sa mga songs mo na very meticulous ka.
Yes.
Ikaw ba gumagawa ng anekdo mo?
Yes po, ako rin po.
Wow! Oh my God, how many hours kaya ang dinidevote mo? Mamaya pag-usapan natin yung message ng either.
Ayun po. Ngayon po kasi ano siya, 2 comeback singles, 1 Tagalog, 1 English, since 1 year ako nawala. So parang gift na yon na dalawa yung ibabalik ko agad pag balik ko sa showbiz. So yung Di Para Sa'yo po, which was released last month, na meron siyang more than 500,000 views on Facebook. It's about my journey to self-worth. Na after loving someone na 110% na binigay ko lahat-lahat, in the end, marirealize ko na hindi pala siya worth it. Kaya ang dapat na mamahalin ko ngayon is yung sarili ko.
Yun yung line na tumitigil sa akin eh.
Opo.
Was this based on a real experience?
Yes. Personal experience kasi po, yun nga po yung lahat ng songs ko is autobiographical based on my life and para siyang diary ko na in a music form. So, talagang sinishare ko na lang talaga honestly and authentically yung experiences ko. Tapos with Be Someone po na lumabas na kanina, na nag-debut siya at number 25 on iTunes. So, ayun po yung journey ko sa showbiz na yun yung, di lang showbiz but in life in general na having to meet expectations from my family, from my friends, from my industry na very damaging siya for me because at the end of the day, I just wanna be myself. Na ayokong diktahan ako na kung sino ako dapat, kung ano dapat ginagawa ko, how I should present myself. Yun po siya yung struggle ko na in the end din, andun din yung underlying theme na I need to let myself shine then.
I didn't expect to hear that term during this interview, damaging. How damaging was it?
Damaging because yun po, nawala ako sa industry for a year kasi nag-therapy ako. So, ayun po, after promoting forever, nung natapos yung promotions ko noong February 2021, bigla na lang ako nawala kasi ang laki na expectation ng audience na mag-follow up ako sa Forever because nag-reach siya ng 1 million. So parang ano yung next move ko, ganyan. So ang next move ko is mawala talaga sa spotlight kasi parang ayun na yung toll sa akin ng pandemic. Because meron na akong issues before pandemic na nag-aggravate lang during the pandemic. So kinailangan ko na at some point na i-acknowledge yung emotions ko, yung feelings ko, and ayun na, nag-therapy na ako for 1 year. Tapos, towards the end of my therapy, doon na nagkaroon ulit ng creative surge, ng drive, parang rebirth na ng passion ko, ng drive ko. So, sinimulan ko na yung mini album, tapos ito na po, nandun na tayo kasi itong 2 singles, comeback singles, is part of a mini album that's coming out on December, which is Inferno. Inferno po yung title because I'm purging my pain. I'm purging my pain, my guilt, the blame na binigay ko sa sarili ko. So ano rin siya, based rin siya on Dante's Inferno. So ayun yung underlying theme talaga ng album is me purging out lahat ng emotions that I kept so long na nakatago lang.
Ang dati mo as an artist, like, you're exercising your demons publicly through your song.
Oh, yes.
It must be liberating but at the same time painful.
Mas liberating kasi before ko pa naman po i-release sa public, na-address ko na yung emotions, na nakapag-heal na ako. So nandun na ako sa point na pwede ko na siyang i-discuss publicly without it affecting me na sobra-sobra. Ganun pa.
And you've always been the kind of, not just an artist, but the kind of person who would not shirk from talking about issues. You've always been a real person.
Yes, yun naman din po yung tinatry ko talaga na dapat kung sino ko on cam, same person off cam pa rin.
Oh, kasi diba, meron tayong, I think sa panahon ko, there's this thing called image, an artist image, na talagang inaagaan mo. It's possible that image is, I'm successful, I know what I'm doing, I know my direction, I can conquer the world. Pero ikaw, even yourself, you show them. In fact, even, I don't know if I would dare use the word celebrate your stars. To overcome them, tama ba ko?
Yes po. Ina-highlight ko rin yung flaws because it's humanizing. Kasi meron misconception na pag artista ka, very perfect na yung life mo. Kahit na successful ka, wala ka nang pwedeng ireklamo sa buhay mo. But yun lang naman yung surface lang yun. Kasi deep down, like parang behind all that glitz and glamour is pain, suffering, and everything na lahat na na-experience ng tao na kahit anong walk of life ka. Lahat yun na-experience natin na minsan na-overlook dahil nagpo-focus sila sa glamorosity ng pagiging artista. So, yun.
So it's the music that also, while this is your passion, the music that also contributed to, that gave you more wounds. Tama ba?
Yes. Kasi, yun naman po. Na, ayun din naman kasi ano rin naman siya. Ups and downs rin naman talaga yung industry. So, meron din ako mga songs about the industry, about my struggles. Kasi ano naman talaga siya, life is not perfect. And ayoko rin naman i-portray yung buhay ko as perfect. Kasi hindi naman talaga. Kasi ayoko mag-sugarcoat, ayoko maging pretentious. So, parang, yun na yun. Open book na yung buhay ko.
And for those who are going to watch this, when I upload this, during our interview, pre-pandemic, I've always remembered Jace saying that this isn't a job for him, not just a job, but it's life.
Yes.
So life, this is life, to the point na hindi siya kumukuha ng ibang job, kundi full-time na to, kasi nga buhay na to.
Yes.
Tama.
Yes.
Okay, so you're giving it your all.
Yes. Talagang ano siya, lahat na ng bala ko nandito na. So, kasi hindi ka pwedeng pumasok ng showbiz na half-hearted. Hindi ka rin pwede pumasok ng showbiz na may thinking ka na lagi kang may fallback. Though it's good na may fallback ka, pero kung meron kang safety net, hindi mo ipupush yung sarili mo to go beyond your limits kasi. So ako, yes, meron akong safety net, but habang nina-navigate ko yung showbiz, wala siya sa utak ko na parang it's either all or nothing for me palagi.
Right, such an intelligent person and musician as you can see, pero let's lighten things up a bit. Tell me about the arrangement. Kanina sinabi ko, being a musician myself, inaaral ko yung music. Ilang oras na ang dinevote niya dito. How much can you get? First, the Tagalog song. Ano ang arrangement?
Yung Tagalog song po kasi originally R&B ballad siya na 4 years siyang nakatenga sa akin kasi dumating na ako sa point na willing na akong ibigay sa ibang artist yung kanta.
Sino sana?
Wala pa ako naisip pero pwede ko na siyang i-pitch sa kahit sinong artist na under that category. But dumating sa point na na-experience ko ulit yung sinulat ko. Naging relevant ulit siya sa akin. So, ni-rework ko siya into a dance track. Kasi yun naman yung lagi ko rin ginagawa na dance the pain away. Kasi kung painful na yung lyrics tas gloomy pa yung production, iiyak na lang tayo lahat dito. Which is what I don't want. Gusto ko, pa rin, uplifting pa rin siya. Laging may duality yung tone niya. Yung, nung ni-rework ko na siya, mabilis na lang siya dumating. Kasi nga, yun na yung wheelhouse ko. Like, may chance na ako to actually execute yung EDM for the local music scene. Which is yung di para sa'yo. Kasi, yun talaga yung gusto ko na nag-release ako ng Tagalog, dapat ganito yung sound. It's very, hindi ako mag-a-adjust para sa market kasi nakahabol na yung market. So, nadalian na lang po ako when it comes to the production. Tapos yung Be Someone naman po, which is dance pop pa rin, but more on the chill side. Siya? Emotional, dapat siya? Emotional ballad dapat siya hanggang sa na-rework na rin into a dance pop na mid-tempo. Na yung hook niya is yung parang yung wailing. Yung kasi parang yun yung instrumental break doon na parang gusto ko ma-feel nila yung hindi naman crying for help, hindi naman medyo parang ganun pero in a more musically enticing way. So yun.
Okay, so how did you adapt it? Was it as simple as I think ang gusto ng Pinoy sa EDM, kung gusto mo siyang mas palatable sa Pinoy stage ay tataasan ko yung was it as simple as mataasan ko yung vocal or babawasan ko yung ganito ganito yung mga choices of instruments that go into the song. How was it? How was the process of catering more to the Filipino thing?
Mas ang naging process ko po talaga is ang pinaka-top ko is kung ano talaga yung nag-resonate with me. Na hopefully mag-resonate with the people and hearing all those Ppop tracks na lumalabas. I think ang pinaka-base naman namin, yung pinaka-base is similar naman talaga lahat. Yung pinanghuhugutan ng mga dance tracks. So yung naging sa akin, ang mas naging ko na, I think pag pinatugtog to sa poblasyon, I think ganito yung sound na gusto nila. Pag pinatugtog to sa Palace, sa BGC, ganito yung, kasi diba, rin naman ako, I go to clubs before and ganun rin yung naririnig ko. So parang, based on kung anong na-experience ko before na nag-resonate with the local audience, yun po yung tinake into consideration ko while making the track.
Are you going for massive success na A to E takot mo yung market or you've always known that I just want to go niche?
Kasi naman, ayoko rin naman pagka-plastic. Gusto ko rin naman maging massive yung reception ng kanta ko. But I do understand na right now, kasi niche yung Ppop talaga. So, I do understand na meron pang medyo restrictions, may hesitations and all. But, ang goal ko talaga is for the Filipino music scene to evolve din. Kasi nga, very ripe na tayo for international recognition. And I know that our music can compete globally. Kasi nga, prior to signing with my new label, Dito Music Philippines, I was with an international label, AWOL, which is owned by Sony Music. Now, for someone like me to be signed abroad, meaning every artist in the Philippines can actually go beyond our borders. So parang ako, with every release, lagi ko lang inaano na I hope maging massive yung reception, yung maging outcome, yung lahat. But nandun pa rin yung ginaground ko yung sarili ko na meron pa rin percentage na baka pwedeng hindi pa rin siya palatable to the audience.
Right. I know what you're saying. It's like, when you reach out to someone, hindi mo na-extend yung hand mo completely because you also want them to reach out their hand para unique way. Kung hindi na lang basta I'm going to bring it to my level, if there's a level, then you have to help yourself then. We have to meet somewhere because I'm an artist. So, pwede naman na, okay, aralin ko na lang kung what else, ano ko yan, alam ko yung mga elements, I'll employ that, but will that be true to myself? Is that being true to myself? And I know what you're saying, it's important for you to be true to yourself.
Yes. And I'm very happy na nasa stage na ngayon nga na hindi na masyado kailangan mag-compromise.
Okay. So to the important topic of you joining or rejoining Ppop. Ayun na may term na for the music that you've done, di ba? Ppop now is a term we use and it's dominated by group. And you're a Ppop solo artist.
Yes.
How does that work?
Ano ba? Well, with becoming a Ppop solo artist na nasimulan ko naman na po with Forever, nandun na rin yung meron silang specific formula na dapat pag Ppop artist ka, dapat marunong ka magsayaw, ganito, very heavy ka on your visuals. Pero ang ginagawa ko, yes, inspired by that structure, pero may sarili pa rin akong own interpretation of their structure. Kasi ayoko magmukhang manufactured pop artist. Kasi yun naman yung hindi talaga true to my brand. I still want people to see na yes, nakasayaw na rin ako, nagpakita na ako ng dancing skills, but hindi lang siya nakafocus na every music ko may dance. May choreography. Though dance music siya, hindi lahat ng single may choreography. And nandun pa rin talaga yung roots sa OPM na bine-blend ko. Kasi for me, kasi Ppop is an evolution of OPM. It's modern OPM. It's still under OPM. Na mas mas heavily influenced lang by music abroad. But still, ang underlying pa rin naman yan, theories niyan, galing pa rin naman sa OPM. So, navigating this Ppop scene as a solo artist is medyo difficult kasi nakafocus sila sa groups ngayon. First, gusto ko rin makita ng tao na there are soloists like me, Hazel Faith. Ang dami mga soloists na even before pa kinoin yung term ng Ppop na gumagawa ng effort to elevate the music scene. So I hope ma-recognize din nila yun.
So what you're saying is, while I'm sure no one can argue na the Ppop movement in the Philippines are buoyed by groups such as SB19, BG1O,
yes.
So, mostly groups,
Mostly.
While the success is something you can't discount, people should also give allowance na hindi lang yan ang Ppop.
Yes.
Ppop is a sound.
Yes.
What is that sound? Kasi, di ba nung wala ng Ppop nung kumaano yung SB19 nung lumabas na? Kasi sila ang biggest
Yes.
Ang unang tinitila sa kanila nung time na yun, which I think was unfair, and tunog Koreano.
Yes.
But that is not Ppop. It's not a Filipino version of a Korean sound. Tama ba ako? It's Ppop head.
Yeah. Ganun po nagsimula na Ppop is a variation of K-pop, heavily influenced by K-pop. But with the emergence of Alamat, mas dun lumalabas yung true sound talaga na Ppop is Philippine pop na mayroong injection ng Philippine culture. Yun naman siya talaga dapat. And evolution siya ng OPM talaga, supposedly. Pero ngayon kasi it's marketed as, ayun nga, like parang kapatid ng Ppop, ay ng K-pop, J-pop, which I think shouldn't be the case kasi nawawala yung identity mo as a Filipino artist. So I think dapat maging clear din yun sa mga artists na when you're creating a sound specifically for Ppop, dapat may local injection siya ng culture. Kasi if you're borrowing from another culture 100% and without any, ang in-inject mo lang is Tagalog lyrics, you can't actually call it Ppop kung ganun.
Oo. And the culture doesn't necessarily mean na dapat may Filipino musical instrument doon. Or it's a sensibility.
Yes. Yes. Mas more on the sounds, but yun nga na parang more on the sounds, nandun dapat talaga yung sense as being a Filipino na yung message that you want to convey more than the sounds na ethnic sounds. You know.
Right, that's the Filipino ethnic sound. Okay, like a live question here. Ito, ganun na nakikita mong umaabot na ng milyon yung nag-stream ng music mo. Were you ever curious? Who listens to my music? What is the demographic category for you?
Demographic. Opo.
Yes.
Yes.
Ba? See, up to ano mga country?
Yun naman po, since may access naman sa Spotify for artists, nakikita ko yung top countries na nakikinig, which is mainly from the Philippines and the US. Opo. And locally naman, nagtuwa rin ako na parang sinasabi sa akin na, kilala yung music mo sa poblasyon. Within the independent music scene, kilala ka rin. Na nagugulat ako na, kilala pala nila ako. Na parang, okay, kasi ang lagi lang sinasabi sa akin na in terms of the independent music scene, I'm one of those who's actually progressing.
Right.
Parang, okay, pero it's good to know. Hindi ako aware, but it's good to know kasi nandun ako sa mabilis lumaki yung ulo ko. So as soon as pumasok yung compliments, shutdown ko na. Savor ko lang for a few minutes, kasi shutdown ko na kasi mabilis lumaki yung ulo ko. So,
baka pumasok sa ulo eh.
Yes.
Sinong Ppop group ang gusto mong makakollaborate?
I want to collaborate with SB19 kasi po na-meet ko na sila and I've seen their journey na narinig ko na yung go up before pa siya mag-blow up. So parang...
Paano mo siya like nung nirelease, hindi ko sabihin.
Ano po yan?
Like nung nirelease yung go up pero hindi pa siya nag-viral, alam mo na yung song?
Yes, naririnig ko na siya kasi nagpa-pop up na siya sa YouTube feed ko.
Okay. But sabi mo, na-meet mo na sila. When was it? Before they were famous or nung mabasis mo sila?
Nung 2020, pre-pandemic, na-meet ko sila pre-pandemic through Tita Lori. And that's why pumasok yung idea na I wanna work with these guys kasi nakita ko yung same kasi given na yung talent and musicality, but mas gusto ko na kipag-collaborate with artists na humble pa rin from start until the current status nila sa industry na walang pagbabago sa attitude, ano pa rin. Kasi naniniwala ako na no matter how talented you are, wala kang paglalagyan sa industry kung may attitude ka. Ganun.
Yan ang pagbago na nagustuhan mo sa SB19.
And yun yung nakita ko sa kanila na very humble and down to earth pa rin sila even with all the accomplishments na na-achieve nila locally and abroad.
But musically, how would you fit into each other para maging true collaboration? What will you offer on the table or what do you think they can put on the table para maging true collaboration kayo? I
think pag nag-collaborate, doon magbe-blend yung sound namin. Kasi with SB, like yung Bazinga is more on the urban side. Yung sa akin, mas more on the pop side. So pa nag-blend kami ng sounds, we can create something that's acceptable sa lahat ng audience namin, which is, yun din naman yung tinatry kong i-achieve, mag-inject ng urban sound sa akin. So, and yung rap, di pa ako nakapaglagay ng rap sa akin. So with the rap feature ng mga rappers sa SB19. Magandang inclusion yun. And si Pablo kasi magaling na producer rin naman si Pablo. So, I think magja-jive kami pa nag-usap kami about the sound na gusto namin i-create.
Grabe din siya as a rapper.
Yes, yes.
Grabe din sa solo rap song niya.
Mm.
No? Yung parang Eminem na...
Yes.
Do you remember the title?
Narinig ko na siya once, but ano talaga na medyo malalim din siya magtagalog din. So,
Siya ba favorite member mo?
I think ang favorite sino bang mas si Ja kasi we went to the same school, so mas relatable sa akin yung na marami kaming pwedeng pag-usapan.
Let's talk about your look now.
Yes. Ang look ko po ngayon is, ito talaga yung fashion ko whenever I go out of the country. Na hindi ko naman nagagawa dito kasi ang init-init. So ang fashion ko talaga is mainly influenced by Western fashion, Japanese fashion, Korean fashion. Because whenever I go out of the country, madalas ako sa Korea, Japan, and ini-immerse ko talaga yung sarili ko with the culture and tinitake home ko kung ano yung nagre-resonate sa akin. So itong fashion ko ngayon is a hybrid of all my fashion influences. And
I think even with other Ppop artists, there I say that androgynous ang look, no?
Yes, androgynous is the correct term. And marami rin naman nagsasabi na I look good as a man and I also look good as a woman. So, compliment din siya sa akin.
Kasi even ang SB19, or even other Ppop groups, they use colors traditionally aren't, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Was there a time before na you were afraid or you had second thoughts of doing things in a fashion sense na ngayon you're brave enough?
Yes. Before po, yung fashion choices ko were more on the safer side.
Yeah.
More on mas Western yung nakikita. Pero ngayon at least nakapag-inject na ako ng other fashion influences ko without actually getting bashed or what. Kasi mas na ngayon, mas wide na ang understanding when it comes to fashion. And with the prevalence of K-pop around the world. So parang nakatulong din yun na at least yun din, authentic na ako with my music, with my personality. Authentic na rin ako with the way I dress. So yun.
How do you handle yung mga people who, the few ones na hindi pa din nakakabash or kakapuna?
Ginagawa ko po with social media, binablock ko lang agad. Hindi na ako, ganun din. Hindi ako nag-engage. Then sinasabihan ko rin yung friends and family ko na you don't have to defend me. And kung ako hindi ako nag-engage, kayo rin wag rin kayo mag-engage kasi magli-lead lang yan to longer conversation na walang mananalo. So, ayun po. Ngayon, ang pinaka-ano na lang is block. Pero when it comes to music critics, ang sinasabi ko lang, the only time that I will listen to your critique is kung established ka na, kung meron ka ng trail of success. But if you're someone na
basta nagharap ng camera at bumula na bumula.
Hindi magmamatter sa akin. The only time it will matter is if it's from someone credible.
Fair enough, di ba? It's not just the advice that's important, pero kung kanino mo kukunin yung advice.
Yes.
Di ba? Okay. What about this Filipino movement for world domination? Like SB19, nakikita na nga natin, nag-billboard na sila.
Yes.
Even before pa nga lumabas ang SB19, yung success mo sa Spotify is remarkable. Considering na indie artist ka.
Yeah.
Can we do it? Can we actually dominate the world? You think? A Filipino artist?
I think with the proper funding from the government, kasi yun naman yung ginawa with K-pop, may funding sila from the government. Kung meron tayong proper funding to push content Filipino content across the globe, we can. Ang problema lang kasi talaga is kulang sa push. Like dapat with the Cultural Center of the Philippines, yan talaga dapat yung nagpupush sa atin globally. So, I think funding lang ang nagkukulang. But we can.
Alam mo, ang tingin ko, and this is just me, siguro kaya hindi dumarating doon, hindi pa din masyadong kumbinsido ang tao na this is Filipino.
Mm-mm.
This is actually Filipino sound now.
Mm-mm.
Maybe we're clinging to the old Filipino sound na mas galing yung mga gesto, mas galing yung vocal styling, It will take a while, no? But
yes. Matagal na adjustment because ang resiliency is both positive and negative.
And it's up to artists like you and SB19 to keep on doing what you do best.
Yes.
Diba? Hold your ground and say, oh, this is Filipino, this is what we are, this is how we sound now.
Mm-mm.
Kasi ito na yung sentiment ng kabataan. You're the future. Actually, you're no longer the future, you're now.
Yes.
Diba? Okay. Tell me about the upcoming album. I mean, eto, nakalinig na tayo ng dalawang kanta.
Yes.
What more?
Yung Inferno mini album po consists of 4 songs, two of which na-release na. And then the remaining 2 songs will be released later on this year. Kasi ang atake ko po talaga is contrary sa kung anong usual ginagawa na may career single then release ng album. Ako, i-release ko bawat track on the album before releasing the album. So gusto ko well-promoted bawat kanta before ko i-release yung compilation ng album. Kasi every song to me is special kasi nga hinugot yan sa personal life ko and gusto ko talaga magkaroon siya ng sarili niyang spotlight. Then, by the time na ma-release yung album on December, ipopromote ko na siya as a whole. At least nabigyan yung bawat kanta ng sarili-sariling time to shine.
During the pandemic, how did you reflect on where you are and where you want to go?
Actually, mas hindi siya reflection, mas more on to the point of ayoko nang magtrabaho. Dumating talaga sa point na gusto ko na talaga mag-quit. Ayoko na. Kasi ang hirap magtrabaho during pandemic. Ang hirap mag-promote during pandemic. Ang daming struggles na parang mas marami pa yung hardships kesa yung fruition. Na parang dumating na lang ako sa point na yun na. But then I realized na you just have to keep going kasi yun nga, babalik ako dito kasi ito lang yung alam kong gawin. Ito na yung dito ko na dinedicate yung buhay ko. So, after all that, mga end of the world scenarios sa utak ko, na-realize ko rin na wala, hindi titigil yung mundo just because may pandemic. Tuloy-tuloy lang ang buhay.
And guys, hindi lang po sugot tawid, kundi na talaga involved po.
Yes.
That Jace produces his own music.
Yes. When it comes to production kasi, I do it at a zero cost kasi ako lahat. But ang madugo talaga is yung promotions. Yun talaga yung madugo.
Tama. So how do you do it? At home, From the start naman yata hindi ka na nag-studio, di ba?
Yes, hindi na. But kasi ito po may mini album ako. Next year lalabas yung full-length album na included din tong 4 singles na na-release. 4 tracks ng Inferno. With the full album kasi ipapa-studio ko na siya.
Talaga?
Ipapa-master ko na siya sa studio kasi parang gusto ko yung debut album ko is really as in perfect talaga. Na wala nang maninitpick yung tao pag nirelease ko yung full-length album.
Do you plan to work with a producer?
Yes. I'm currently working with Sir Kiko Salazar for the full-length album. Yes.
Talaga?
Opo, yes.
First time
First time, kasi po, di ba before, I really made it a point na hindi muna ako makipag-collaborate, wala munang kahit ano, kasi gusto ko yung success ng music ko is solely based on my output.
Right.
Pero since meron na akong string of hits, na successful na siya, comfortable na ako to work with other people. So ang pinaka first person na nag-reach out kami is si Sir Kiko Salazar. So Sir Kiko and I are working on my first single para next year. So ayun po.
Exciting. Ano nga yung pag-take of those who are watching? Ano nga yung, ang dami na nakatrabaho si Kiko after.
Ang pinaka-recent kasi kaya ko na isip talagang to work with Sir Kiko. Kasi dahil dun sa yung kaysa Diwata ni Sam Concepcion, nagustuhan ko yung production. So parang pinahanap ko who's the team behind Diwata, then si Sir Kiko pala. Then we reached out kay Sir Kiko, I sent him a demo, then ayun na. Slowly, we're getting there. Sinimula na namin last month yung process.
Smooth naman. Like, I know there are people na can't work with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Artists na gano'n, na hindi kayang mag-co-write ng song. Kasi, how are you adapting na hindi na lang ikaw ang may say sa music mo?
Yun po at first talaga kasi for me, it was really hard kasi parang baby mo yun. Na parang, baby mo na parang ayaw mo na may ibang nagtitweak ng ginawa mo kasi for you, it's perfection na. Pero gusto ko rin kasi na, though nag-i-evolve yung sound ko sa audience, pero for me kasi parang feeling ko, naging siya, kailangan ko ng add new flavor na hindi ko madagdag. Ano yung kulang sa akin as a producer na mahanap ko sa iba. Kaya nag-start na ako mag-collaborate, starting with Sir Kiko. And ang dami ko pang gustong makatrabaho talaga. So, titignan ko muna yon because ito pa lang talaga yung first collaboration ko. I don't really know what to expect. Though, I know I'm in good hands dahil si Sir Kiko naman yun. But, nandun pa rin ako sa baby steps.
Right. Question, Jay. Alam naman natin na Filipino audience put a premium on vocal range.
Yes.
So by choice na ikaw, you've always done this way. Very relaxed.
Yes.
You don't reach your note.
Mm-hmm.
Do you plan to change that?
Maybe not. Like, kasi naman talaga, aminado ako na hindi pambirit yung boses ko. And utilize ko yung vocal range ko to my potential.
Right.
And ayoko rin makipag-compete kasi ang dami-daming belters dito sa Pilipinas. Na pag nag-train ako to be a belter, wala na akong, parang mawawalan ako ng identity as someone, because I'm very much aware that my vocal style is very distinct. And there's no other artist who sounds like me. And yun yung talagang crowning glory ko na wala akong katunog. And yun din, may mga nagko-comment na yun, like, hindi para sa'yo, would have sounded better kung pa-belt siya. But for me, if you wanted something that's belty, then let's go listen to another artist, not me. Parang,
I love that.
Kasi ito yung ano ko ito yung sound ko, ito yung vocal range ko, and in-embrace ko na siya, in-accept ko na siya.
Creation? Ay, di ba? Okay.
So kaya parang hindi na basis ngayon na to be successful, kailangan belter ka. Kasi nag-evolve na rin yung pandinig ng mga tao.
Totoo ka dyan. At I think na itong Gen Z parang nag-rebelde doon sa sound na yan na sunog that's from another generation. Ang sound eto lang, ganito lang, eto lang, feel na gano'n. Diba? Like ako, alam mo yung mga pamangkin ko who is mga 12 to 18 years old, whenever they hear me play songs na medyo nag-develop yung develop out yung thing, parang gumugulog yung mata nila gano'n. Oo, exactly. We're listening to this, subjecting us to listen to these songs. Parang gano'n. Okay, let's conclude with you telling us how do you plan to promote these songs? Of course, you're doing the rounds of interviews. What will there be a video?
Yun din po. Ang naging process ko kasi ngayon is, before kasi naka-ready na lahat, then i-roll out na lang. Ngayon, hinihintay ko muna makakuha siya ng achievement before ko simulan yung videos and all. Then, since nag 500k na yung Di Para Sa'yo, tapos nag-chart sa iTunes yung Be Someone kanina. So, ikakasa ko na yung project for music video, which is plinano ko naman na siya. It's a matter of kung kailan ko i-shoot, kailan ko siya i-release. Pero ngayon, nakafocus ako with promoting kasi parang na-miss ko mag-media rounds talaga. Ang plano ko talaga ngayon is maximum visibility. Kasi nga, after ko mawala for yung 1 year lang, parang ang tagal-tagal. For me, parang ang tagal-tagal ng 1 year na parang feeling ko back to zero ako. Pero thankfully, ang daming nag-anticipate. So, ibibigay ko lang sa kanila yung gusto nila na makita lang ako on screen.
Pag-online concert ka ba? Pag-online concert ka?
Ang plano po, for the full album, doon ako magko-concert. Pero as far as yung mga online concerts kasi mas I don't really feel comfortable performing na walang audience. Kasi kumukuha lang rin ako ng energy from the audience.
Okay.
So itong mga guestings na at-home performances, it's very challenging for me kasi kaya ako hindi nagba-vlogs kasi ayoko na camera lang saka ako. I mean, yung ganun na parang even though nandun ako sa millennial age, yung thinking ko is very older na mas more traditional way of performing talaga yung gusto ko.
Maybe you can do something like yung ginawa ni Nadine Luce. I think 2 years ago na parang visual concert. Hindi yung typical concert na kakanta.
Yes.
May mga songs visually sila that you might consider doing.
Yes. Kung siya, sponsored. Kung maraming sponsors, why not po? Kung wala ako ilalabas na pera, sige.
Alam mo, you're so in tune with your artistry, but at the same time, you also know how the business aspect works.
Yes.
So music, but I guess it's something you learn through the years kasi you've always been a one-man band. And
yun po, grateful din ako na alam ko yung pasikot-sikot sa showbiz kasi I grew up with, may relatives ako in the industry. So, at an early age na exposed na ako sa kung anong kalakaran. So, nung dumating na ako naman yung dyan, magigisa sa spotlight. At least, meron na akong prior knowledge how to navigate the industry.